everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Today we are here on the Tea and Tarot Tuesdays, which has been set out by the lovely V Love and Crystals. I will put all the description details below for the Tea Tarot Tuesday challenges because it's a lovely little challenge where prompts get put out, or you can just talk about anything in general really, tarot wise, etc. That just gets the community together. And it is really fun to do, and you haven't got to be committed weekly. You can just jump in as and when you want to. So I just want to do a little bit of a catch up to start with today before I go into what I'm going to be discussing. But I just wanted to say hello to Indigo Moon Woman. I think her channel has gone down off grid at the moment because I think she's actually doing a house move. It was weird because I was watching her latest little video about that, saying how she'd had people come round and that somebody had offered really low, and then the next day on the Sunday you know, she got this sale going through, and I hadn't listened to all of it. And then when I went back to look at it a couple of days later, I just noticed her channel had gone. So I did manage to find an email though for her off her actual website, so I have dropped Diane a message just to make sure she's okay, because she's an absolutely gem of a lady, and I know that the Tea and Tarot Tuesdays who've made friends through it realise that. So if anybody has heard from her, then please drop a comment below just to make sure that she's safe and well, etc. So that was my first thing I wanted to say. The other one was I wanted to give a shout out to Brandy. I hope your daughter's operation has gone okay. So I'm sending loving and healing out to Brandy's daughter. That was the other thing. And then I wanted just to quickly mention that I am giving a giveaway on my channel for the month of July. You have to be entering in by the 31st to be in it to win it. I am quite open to collaboration for the winner, you know, the prize winner I draw out. If you're not interested in the items that I'm giving away, we can negotiate and get some happy balance there on the gifts. So okay, there's a helicopter going by, so if it picks up on the VT, I can only apologise on that. So my lovelies, what am I just dropping in on here to talk about today? Well, I just wanted to mention that for my August reads, I'm going to go along the lines of the angel theme. Okay, so for the angel theme, I wanted to bring out this to start with. I am not an affiliate with Gemporia, but I buy a lot. Okay, I buy a lot of stuff from Gemporia, and I am going to show you what I've bought recently. Just a couple of items. They do sell and ship worldwide, okay, and they're not just all about gemstones and jewellery. They do sell housewares, candles. Their candles are absolutely to die for, because they always tend to put like little carvings or gemstones within the candle. And I'm just going to show you this one here that I've bought recently. Now, this cost me £19.99 in British pounds, okay. And with Gemporia, it's quite bizarre how they work, because you always pay the lowest price regardless on their live auctions. But if they have sold the item, okay, there's nothing stopping you emailing them and just say, oh, you know, a friend has put me in touch, they've purchased this item, can I have it at the price that, you know, it was purchased on at that time. They are quite approachable. So I'm just going to show you this to start with, okay. And it's the Angel Wings mug candle. It's got amber vanilla fragrance, okay, and it contains angelite gemstone. I'd never heard of angelite, which was quite new, because this is what I'm doing. I'm buying the candles, okay. You can use the item that the candle has been put within, and then the gemstones you can start collecting your own gemstones as well. So I'm just going to unbox this, okay. Their packaging is second to none. It really is. Really sturdy, strong boxes, lovely for gifting. But this was absolutely beautiful, okay. And it's a angel wings as the handle, okay, to hold. So like I say, you can use this as a cup if you know afterwards to have whatever beverage you want in. The soy wax candle is inside, and then here we have this angelite gemstone. So after you've sort of burnt the candle so far, this will appear. Okay, so like I say, you can start to build up a collection, so you're sort of getting 3 good things, you know, for the price of one, really. Like, you've got the candle, the item that they put them in. They do lovely little I mean, I think I showed you the cat mug I had from them on a previous tea and tarot video. But then you can start collecting the gemstones, which obviously have a power of their own, really. So I just wanted to show you this today, because this is going to be my theme for August reads. I'm going on the angel theme. I had recently done a pick a card, which was angel based as well. So I'm just going to move that out over the back of there for now. I just wanted to show that. The other things I've purchased, which I absolutely adore, okay, and they came lovely gift box. I'll just show you the gift box, what they came in. And they are drink stirrers. That's what they've been made to be, okay. And they come in these lovely little gift boxes where they sit inside here. I'm just going to show you the actual thing here, okay. They're actually cocktail stirrers, drink stirrers, made of glass, okay. But they have gemstones running through them, okay, here. So this one, we've got amethyst, shaker, okay. And I've used them as pointers in my tarot reading, and the energy I've felt from them, because obviously because it's glass as well, it's been really beneficial to me for my readings. And like I've used it as a pointer. Either way, I use it as a pointer. So I have an amethyst one, okay, and it's got a little angel at the top here with a halo on. This is crystal quartz, okay, that's in that one there, sparkly. And the other one that they were doing, because I bought all the 3 of them, was rose quartz, okay, shaky. So you can use them, you know, if you've got having cocktails with whoever. I don't drink anyway, but I wanted to use them as on my tarots for pointing purposes. But these were £9.99, which I didn't think was, you know, too expensive, considering the crystals that are in them, and that they are made of glass, and the lovely presented gift box that comes in. So again, if you are interested, like, you can you can email them. I will drop their email link below, because it you know, it does help if there are items that you see on their web page, especially because I just want you to be mindful that when you look on their web page, okay, you will see the prices are quite high. But obviously when they go into their live auctions, this is when they start knocking the prices down. So if you do see something on their website, it would be worth just dropping an email to them and say, look, I quite like this item that you've got on your website. Can you tell me what the lowest price that you've sold at before? And then they should honour that price for you, really, okay, because they always sell it. Everybody gets the lowest price. I've purchased things from them in an auction, and then later on they've sold it a little bit less than what I purchased. They always refund you the difference, and they've got a 60-day money back guarantee at the moment. It was 30 days, but I think they extended it because of the COVID to 60. Quite a few of the shopping channels have done that recently. I know QVC did as well, but check them out. I will leave all the links below, because like I say, their items are absolutely lovely. So that leads me in to the topic today, okay, about angels, and what are your thoughts on angels, guys. And it brings me into a lady that some of you may have heard of, okay. I'm just going to bring this book into the picture here, and it's Lorna Byrne. And she wrote this book. It was her first ever book, Angels in My Hair, Stairway to Heaven, okay. And it tells you a little bit about Lorna in here. Like I say, there's loads of information on the internet about Lorna Byrne, and from a very young age, as in her cot, basically, she explains that she saw angels from a very young age, and has continued to see them as she's gone through her life. And it's amazing, some of the stories that she tells, okay. And like I say, you can hear some of the interviews. Just trying to get that standing up without it falling down. I'll just hold it there. She does quite a few interviews on YouTube, okay, and they're really interesting. And like I say, she can actually see people's angels. We've all got a guardian angel when we come onto the earth plane, and that guardian angel stops with us in our entire lifetime while we're here on this earth plane. Some of the stories that she tells about her experiences of how the angels came to her, and she says they can take on either gender. Okay, so they can come across to you as female and male. It leads me into a story that my late mother, when she was only 19 years of age, she had diphtheria, okay, very, very ill. And she was in hospital, and she was in a room on her own where back then they had great big massive doors with portholes in. I remember my mum telling me this story. And she was so poorly that they were really, really concerned that whether she was even going to pull through from this diphtheria. To the fact that when she had an out-of-body experience. She did feel an out-of-body experience. She said she saw herself and she saw the nurses around her, okay, and she did have this out-of-body experience. And then when she was sort of back in her physical body, she said she remembers looking at the doorway, okay, of the hospital ward where she was in, bearing in mind that she was in on her own because she was sort of quarantined at the time. And she said to me, no word of a lie, the doorway completely filled up with an angel. She said he was massive, and it was a male, this angel was. And she said I could just see all the gold, this massive gold shining, iridescent wings. And he spoke to my mum and said, it's not your time, okay? And she said she remembers it as vividly when she was telling the story, when I was sort of in my mid-20s. And so my mum had seen an angel, okay? And this brings me on to your experiences, really. Have you experienced or sensed, or actually seen an angel in your lifetime so far? I know that when I was in hospital going back in 1999, okay, I had gallstone issues, but luckily, touch wood, I never had to have an operation. But I remember lying in bed and I was thinking to myself, no, I don't want to have an operation. I do not want to have an operation. And it was in the afternoon, and I was on was just having fluids, intravenous strip put in to bring my fluids up. I wasn't on any meds or anything like that, so I wasn't on any painkillers or anything. And I was just lying there. I got my eyes closed, and I was just manifesting. I do not want an operation. I want to get through this without having to have an operation. And I sensed somebody. Okay, I sensed somebody by me. And I didn't want to open my eyes, and I just felt I felt like a coldness around me. And it was really bizarre, because when I opened my eyes, on the actual duvet that was over me in the hospital, there was a slight handprint, like an indentation. I can just see it, as like there was a hand had come down on me to give me healing. Oh, and it gives me goosebumps to think about it today. And as I say, I was lucky enough. Don't get me wrong, I suffered for 12 months with gallstones, but I managed to sort of pass them naturally, okay? I just didn't want to have any operations done where that was concerned. So, and I always think as well, because we have got a guardian angel with us, you can be, I've drove down the road sometimes and I've had like a little message in my ear saying, slow down, the next corner you take, there's going to be something there. And lo and behold, I've gone around the next corner and, there's been like a hazard there or something. So I am, they are around you. I am a big believer that we do have guardian angels. And one of the stories that, again, gives me goosebumps when Lorna described it. She worked at a garage when she was younger, and the angels told her to go out onto the forecourt and stand by the side of the road, okay? And she says it in this video on YouTube. I'll try and find the video where she mentions this, but she said she was standing and they told her to look up to the top of the road, and she said she saw three young children, like, you know, young teen, about, you know, 11, 12-year-olds on bicycles. I think she said there was three of them, but she said she saw all these angel feathers come overlapping on the road, okay, because a lorry came round and obviously struck these three children off their bicycles, and of course they were killed instantly. And she said she watched all this unfold, you know what I mean? She said she saw all the road was just lined with feathers, and she said she saw their souls being taken. And I just thought, oh wow, you know what I mean? I just thought, but to me, to be able to see that, do you know what I mean? People going, their lives, you know, their spirits being freed and taken by the angels, you know, to the next realm, or heaven, or whatever the existence is supposed to be, okay? But yeah, it just, honestly, but like I say, if you've never heard of Lorna Byrne, there is loads of videos of her on YouTube, and it just led me, I just wanted to come on here today just to say that my August reads are going to be angel themed, and I just wanted to just talk about Lorna as well, because her roots, she's from Ireland, and even the angels showed her, manifested to her. She'd gone, I think she went fishing, I think, with her father. Again, she was only quite young, and she went off to play just a little bit further away from where her father was fishing, and an angel visited there, and she was only a very, very young girl, and the angel said, I'm going to show you your future partner. And she said it was like a video, watching a video film in front of her, okay, and they showed her the picture of the person that she was going to meet, and then they told her that he would get sick, okay, and that she would have to look after him in his sickness. And she was working at this garage, like I say, and this man walked in. This man walked into the garage where she was working, and she, I mean, obviously this was years after the, you know, she had the message from the angels that was, you know, portraying, saying, because she was only a very young girl. But she said no sooner as he came into the garage, she knew straight away this was her husband for the future. And that seems like, oh, you know what I mean? And like I say, they had children and they were happy, but then he became quite sick. I think it was cancer that hit, you know, so he got struck down with, and she had to nursemaid him. But honestly, some of the stories that she tells in her book and the YouTube interviews, if you've never heard of Lorna Byrne, then I suggest, you know, and you've got an interest in angels, check her out, my lovelies. So that was the other thing that I wanted to bring in. And then I have had a new deck that I wanted to share with you, that I'm just going to quickly show you, because I absolutely love these cards. This was the new deck that I've bought recently, Dreams of Gaia Tarot by Ravin Felon, okay, and it's been produced by Blue Angel, who it's been printed by. But the guidebook is quite a substantial guidebook as well. Okay, it is in black and white, but it was a quite in-depth guidebook. But because I've been reading tarot now for nearly 30 years plus, it's very rare that I will look at the meanings. I just like to take on my own meanings. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have read some of these meanings in this one, but I just like to go with my own gut feeling. So I'm just going to quickly go through some of these cards with you, okay? They are in no order because I have been using them. I have used them in the July reads, but I just loved, they are quite, they're not too thick of a cardstock, so they are quite, you know, easy to shuffle and what have you, but they are glossy, and they do have you know, a slight border on them, but borders don't bother me. I know there's people out there who will trim borders off, but to be fair, there's not much to trim, so that, you know, I don't worry about borders. But we'll just go through the cards anyway. That one's healing, okay, desire, and they have got numbers on them in Roman numerals, like number 5 there, look, and they have got the alchemical signs on, so we've got the 5 of earth there. Okay, so I like them because you can use the numbers, you can use the symbolisations of the elements as well. But what I love the most, guys, and you know me now of old, I just love the artwork journey. There's just something about this deck, and until you've actually got it in your hands, I don't know, it gives me a weird, not in a, like a weird uncomfortable you know, energy, but there's like, I feel like it takes me to another dimension when I'm holding these cards. There's just something magical about them. And if you have got this deck, anybody out there, I'd be interested to know your comments, how it affects you, or what your thoughts are on the deck. Okay, that's the Counsellor. But it's as though I have like whispers. I hear like whispers. It's like they talk to me. Okay, they talk to me. I'm probably going to come across here, they're thinking, what is she on? What is Poetry Witch on today? The cards talk, but they do, honestly, they do. I love that card there. 7 of Earth. I always look at the chakras on that. Okay, so I'm going to do, go through these. Abundance. There is just something. There is something. I just feel in my fingers. I get like electricity buzzing through my arms. And then I get voices. I get like these whisperings come through to me. So, yeah. Got the 6 of air there, look. That's beautiful, that is. 6 of air. And when I look at that card, I just think of Libra. You know, that just symbolises Libra to me. I just love that. There is some nudity in them, like this one here, integrity. Okay, that's number 23. And I like that one as well. It's the 4 of Earth. It's like a centaur, that one. Like I say, there's so much going on. Like there's symbols, there's hidden symbols within symbols. Okay, and that's the 7, the Sage. I look at that as the Hermit card. I like to look at that as the Hermit. But honestly, there's so much going on, and you just get, it's like you just get lost and drawn in. This one, to me, I'm going to hold this one up actually. I'm going to get one of my pointers as well, just to point out something on this one. To me, this symbolises life in general. Here we are, a new life waiting to be born. And it's like to say, the society, okay, is wrapping itself around the unborn child, waiting, okay, to get its grips on it, to mould it, to manifest it to what we are supposed to conform to. And then, you know, it's like to say we're born, you know, we work, we consume, and then we die here. Death and rebirth. But I absolutely, and there's tiny little toad on there as well, hidden. Like I say, there's so much hidden there. You know, there's things here. And honestly, guys, for your money's worth, if you haven't got the Dreams of Gaia tarot, and for those who couldn't get on with it, I'd be interested to know your reasons why as well. But this is the 2 of Earth. It just gels with me. And like I say, it's like, it's mad. I just feel the magic from it. It's just bizarre. The Maiden. 3 of Earth. That reminds me of that fawn. Is it the pan? They call it Pan, is it? I'm trying to think of the film, The Labyrinth. You've never seen the film, The Labyrinth? A friend sent me that film on a link, and then I purchased it. But it came through with Spanish subtitles for some reason. I must have bought it off, I think I bought it off eBay. I never read the description, but I still watched it because obviously I just went. But Labyrinth, the film, I just thought it was a really strange film, but one of those where you start to watch it and you've got to still keep watching it. But yeah, but there's so much going on. I love that one as well. Heaven and Earth, the 11 of Earth. So much going on. Okay, 10 of fire, 2 of water. That's beautiful. It's like the Lovers card, that is. Got 2, like the man here and then the female. Got the 6 of earth. Got the King of water. Got the 3 of water. And then this is choice, the 0. And obviously the 0 in the normal tarot would be like the Fool card. But so much, can you see what I'm saying about? Look, we've got symbols here, doorways, people's faces, Celtic signs, serpent, torch, apple. It just, whoo, overload. But I love it, absolutely love it. 1 of earth. That's like the green man mixed in with a dragon. King of fire, 14. 1 of water. Just draw, there's so much to look at. I mean, that again looks like a dragon there, if you look at it, okay? But then there's other forms going on as well. It's just, they're just amazing. 12, the hero of fire. 12, what was that one? 12, yeah, that's 12, that's love. 5 of fire. Think of the Spartans with that, you know, like the old film with Kirk Douglas in, was it called Spartacus or something? Or Russell Crowe even, Gladiator, you know. But that could also symbolise same gender as well, relationships, you know what I mean? It just can open up so many different messages. Emotions, it's a nice card. 4 of water. I look at that like Gemini's in there. Like we've got 2 faces there, like the Gemini star sign. But yeah, I would love to hear, okay, of anyone. Oh, that's beautiful, that is, absolutely. And I look at that and I think of Virgo. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why, but I feel Virgo. That's such a Virgo card to me. It's a beautiful card. Yeah. That one there. And that's Pisces to me. I look at that card and I think Pisces straight away. Okay. I don't know whether there's 2 stuck together there. No, there's not. Oh, yeah, there is. Just keep thumbing through them. But yeah, anybody who's got this who didn't like it or liked it, any comments, okay? Let me know your thoughts on it. But to me, they are the most, they're just the most weirdest deck I've owned because of the way they draw you into the scenes, and also I feel like I hear voices when I'm working with them, and there's this old, it's like days of old connection with it, you know, like Merlin times. I feel very Merlin related, like that to me. That's like King Arthur. Again, we've got like the Libra scales here, so I felt like I was drawn to Libra there, but I feel that's like a Justice card as well. Okay, and that's like the Fool card, isn't it? You know, in the traditional tarot where you see the Fool walking off. So there's so many different interpretations that you get, and especially when you're doing a reading for, you know, for someone. I've just found them absolutely priceless, really. But yeah, just give me your thoughts on them, guys, because like I say, this was a new deck I only purchased about 3 weeks ago, and I think they're not very common to get hold of as well, but I did absolutely love the deck. So as I'm going through, that's funny, there's one of my subscribers named Robbie, okay, and I sent him a picture of that and I went, Robbie, I said, this looks like you with long hair. He did laugh when I sent it through him. I sent it via Instagram. So Robbie, we're showing you here, okay. So some of them do remind me of people as well. That's really bizarre as well. I've got a connection But, you know, I just feel there's just a magic about these, an absolute magic, and I absolutely love it. And I will be using this deck because there's a lot of angel symbolic, like here with the wings on this one. You know, there is quite a few angel connections as well. So I am going to be using these in my August reads. Okay, that's obviously the picture from the top of the actual box. Okay, but yeah, so guys, I hope you're all doing well. Things are starting to you know, move on a little bit, aren't they now? We're not so much lockdown, but I do feel that you know, we still need to put the practices in place, because they keep on saying about a second spike, don't they? But at least we can sort of go out and about a little bit more. So yeah, I just wanted to jump on here today just to talk about angels, okay, and this lovely Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. And I hope you are doing all okay out there. But yeah, guys, pop over to my channel and enter that giveaway. And I did laugh when I did it, because I said I'm going to set 3 questions, and I hid them in the first, second and third piles. And then I did scroll across the top in the VT saying, whoever picks these out first, everybody's going to copy your answers. Everybody's going to copy your answers. So I'll put those in. They are going into the draw twice, okay? But whoever I pick out, I might pick out more than one winner, because, you know, depending on how many enter it, and if there's only so many, do you know what I mean? So yeah, please enter that if you haven't already seen that pick a card video. I think before I go, I am just going to quickly shuffle these and just pull one out for the energy for the lovely Tea and Tarot Brigada, or whoever even. Teeth today, I'm not speaking correctly, am I? What energy we've got around you, my lovelies. Okay, for the week ahead, let's hope it's good. Oh, and I did want to mention, I'm not going to go straight away, look, let's do the missing a really important story here that I want to mention. So guys, I'm not going yet, so I am going to tell you this story before I pull the card, and it's important, about the angels. A friend of mine went to a concert going back, what, 6-7 years ago. They went to see Pearl Jam, okay, and I think it was Milford Keynes they went to see, but there was 50,000 people at this festival anyway to see Pearl Jam. It was an outdoor festival, and they went with a few of their friends. And because they suffer like with their back, they've got back problems, they decided to have, you know, just sit themselves down on the top of a hill, like overlooking what was going on with the gig below. Crammed with people, as you can imagine. The weather was warm, it was in the summertime, and they were just lying on the grass, closing their eyes, just taking in 5 minutes, and then they opened their eyes, and right by them, you know, really close on in their personal space, there was a face was sort of staring at them, and they were staring at them, and they were holding a feather in their hands, and like, it startled them to start with, thinking, God, where's this person come from? And when I'd asked them, I said, what did they look like? And they'd said, well, they looked like they were Egyptian, like that kind of a look on them, Egyptian, this male, only in their 30s. And he started talking to my friend and said, I've been guided to you by an angel. This is going to sound really bizarre, but I've been guided to you by an angel. And then he started to bring out all this information about Vitalogy. Okay, now bearing in mind Pearl Jam had made an album called Vitalogy, but the key thing here was, when I was a child of about 12, I went with my parents looking at these old bookshops, you know, where they get these second-hand books you can browse around and buy. And my mum was very, very, you know, natural remedies, therapies. She didn't want to go to the doctor. She always tried to heal us as kids, you know, with the old tinctures and what have you. My mum had been here many times before, guys, I tell you what she knew. But there was a massive book called Vitalogy. It must have been that thick, guys. Okay, I would have bought it today, but it's just massive, and I've got it, you know, there's papers like little diagrams. It's got the anatomy of the body and the head, and there's all these pullouts and everything. I will try and put a link that shows you the Vitalogy book, because they are quite sought after. They are antique. Do you know what I mean? I'm coming to 54 this year, so do you know what I mean? We've had it years. But I'd lent my friend this book because they were into, like, you know, studying about natural healing and what have you, about cancer cures and everything else. So I'd done a lot of research, okay? And this person was sitting there next to them holding this feather in front of their face, and they brought out everything that my friend had been studying for the last 4 years. Stuff that nobody would have known about. And he just came out with all this information saying, you're on the right path, keep doing what you're doing. They're telling me to tell you, you know, you know, just carry on with what you're doing. You're doing a good job here and what have you. And he left the feather. He said, take this. And my friend took it off him. And then my friend said it was the most bizarrest exit you could imagine. Okay, he said this man just got up. Okay, bearing in mind it was multicoloured, this festival, with people with all bright clothes on. And he said he just got up and he just pirouetted, like danced away. And it was like a black shadow, and he just disappeared. And my friend just said, I couldn't believe it. And they've still got the feather, obviously, but it was just one of those really, really spooky moments. Do you know what I mean? So I am a big believer, and that is why I've been drawn to do the angel theme for my reads in August. But I just wanted to share that story with you before I pulled this card out. Okay, so yeah. So if any of you have had any weird experiences, you've had people come to you and, you know, guys, let me know, because I'm so interested about angels, okay, and the stories that people have to say about them. So any personal stories, you know, that you'd like to share with the Tea and Tarot Brigade, please do so, because, you know, I am really, really passionate about it, to be fair. So let's have a look at the energy for the week ahead. And we have emotion and intellect here. And so for the week ahead, for the lovely energy, the people who are going to be listening to this, it's just saying here that, you know, connect with your inner emotions this week, okay? I do think things are settling down, because I just want to say the calmness of the blue here. So for the, you know, for everybody who's tuning in this week, I feel like there's going to be calmness coming into your environment. I also want to say, some of you, there's love here. There's, you know, it's spreading the love round this week. It may be that you reach out to somebody, okay? You may be giving a surprise gift to a friend. I see some people giving, you know, kindness out. Somebody has sent a surprise gift out as well, and it's like to say somebody is going to feel the love of an action that somebody in my Tea and Tarot Brigade, I just feel, has sent something out to a friend who's in need, who may have gone through a bit of an emotional spell. But I just feel whoever I'm connecting with today, who is coming in on this end of this reading for this card, I can see somebody has gift boxed, has wrapped something up and has sent a gift out to somebody who has gone through a bit of an emotional patch. And whoever that is, if I'm touching on anybody, you know, in the Tarot and Tea Brigade who's done this, then please let me know, because it will be gratefully received, okay? Gratefully received. So I just feel the week ahead, it's just about spreading love and feeling the calmness. I just feel everybody is going to, you know, feel the calmness. Relief as well, that some things that have been worrying you in the previous weeks, you know, things have gone through okay. It could be that a loved one has had some health issues, and you know, you hear that they've got through everything okay. Like for Brandy's daughter, for instance, her operation could have gone through fine, and all the love and support now is being given around her daughter. So that is a lovely energy, okay? A lovely energy to finish this Tea and Tarot Tuesday for you, my lovelies. So I hope you have a great week, okay? And I will look forward whenever I drop in again and share whatever it is with you. Until then, take care, my lovelies. Bye then.